as we see again, Cole Houshmand, I think it's definitely his strength, his backhand. Look at this. Every time he puts the board on the lip, it's just tons of spray. He's a huge guy, and he just loves these kind of conditions. We all know that. Look at this. Look at the fins out the back. Wow, he just pushes that back foot. He started off with 8 points.
He put together were spicy.
Yeah, and here's Paula, the Brazilian. Kaya, so he comes around the corner. Oh, sorry, the Hawaiian. He just does that first turn. So these waves are opening up. Oh, and really smooth jag off the top. Another one, check turn. Waits for this little slow section to fill in. Takes his time. Gets the finish there. Comes around the corner. Might get a bonus section. Again, nice little foam climb. This inside section near the rocks often starts to give you a little bit of a bonus section. In this case, it gets a little bit bumpy and pumpy, but he's got a section and tags it. So strong surfing from Paula. Yeah, and live action. There's a nice top turn from Veselko, the Portuguese surfer. She comes around the corner here. She surfs this wave so often, and then that's this type of style that she's got. I tell you what, she is so talented. She's a fierce competitor. She's been working really hard over the last 3 or 4 years, and every time I see her surf, she gets better, and she's still got a section to finish off and cracks it there. Doesn't quite finish, but the linking turns before that were really strong. Canada, potentially, we see out the back. So Zoe Benedetto, she is finally up and running. She needs to make this count. Oh, and a nice fin release on the first turn, and a nice swooping turn on that second one. And there's a third. So she is absolutely winding up. Nice little cutback, and then can she finish it on the inside? Another swooping cutback, waiting for the finish, doesn't get it. But she done some damage out the back. I can tell by Flick's face that you like that. And I'll tell you what, he's looking great. And there's a little sharp S-turn from Ryan. And there's another one. So he's stepping up his game. He needs a big number, a 7.91. And there's another one. And he likes it. So the young Brazilian starting to fire up as well. Really, really impressive from that young man.
Chose the right one as we see Sammy Pupo straight live.
Here we go. Blistering pace to these turns. He really opened up. A lot more physical commitment to those maneuvers. That's just because the waves offer him a bit more juice. And again, tags it hard, really nice. And once more, a really strong wave and potentially a crucial one.
But yeah, for now, I'm enjoying it over there, and I feel like it's just the place where I can get the best out of myself is being there at the moment. And it's been really good to work with DHD as well. He's been there, and I feel like my board's been better than ever. But here goes Jake.
He's live action from Marshall. Wow. So now he's starting to get that epoxy moving, and he's got a bit more spice. You can tell he's got confidence from that last wave. This wave's just got more sort of options on it, and he's living up for the last big turn. He tags
over the heat for sure, and he knows it. He loves it. I love it. A bit of passion.
Linking maneuvers together. The heat leader, Aristabi. Meanwhile, Silva chasing it down from second. There's that stylish carve and snap that she does. Puts the board all the way back into the pocket, and again opens up that time with a bit more release and a nice combo. She's feeling it.
But with that real stylish element, as we see out, speaking of style, that was a massive turn from Zoe and another one. So she's just really starting to find the groove. A little bit hung up on that one, but still rides out with a bit of speed. And S-turning the way through. Last turn down the bottom here and finishes off. And that is good serving from the Floridian. You've seen a lot of her. You've probably competed a lot against Zoe over the years. What's the sort of, what's the strengths with her surfing, would you say, Alyssa? What do you like about her surfing?
Work through those like losses and getting so close, but here's Zoe up on this side right here.
Hold that thought. Yeah, thanks for bringing it up though, Flick. Yeah, thanks for bringing it up and making go through it all over again. Yeah,
we'll get back to that.
Yeah, you're not off the hook yet, Alyssa. As we see Zoe, so off the hook. She is off the hook. She's doing these massive turns, and there's another big spray, and she goes down. So. Yeah, so the question is, how do you reset? How do you get over it and take the positives, I suppose?
Yeah, I mean, last year I had the best competitive year that I've ever had.
But it's great. There's a lot of action going on here, and this is Sawyer Lindblad on her backhand. Nice two-turn combo out the back. Really starting to open up on this really nice carving wall. She was trying to improve on her. Already had a 7.33, so she's got one big number in the bank. Now she's just trying to add to the income stream. And she's still going on down, and she's still got this nice section, and she hits it. So Lindblad looking cozy and a nice dismount. I tell you what, these girls are just all feeding off each other in terms of the scores are coming in, Fleck, and then you just know you've got to go big. You can't get through with 4s and 5s in this heat. You've got to go.
Pretty happy with the way that panned out. Let's get a replay here of Silva.
Nice first snap, straight into a second one. That's sometimes the advantage of being on your backhand, because you can attack a little bit more vertical and just throws buckets of spray off each turn. And as we see, look at the drive. Out of nowhere, the wave just doubles up and attacks it really strong and finish it off really strong again. And that's worthy of acclaim, definitely, because look at that. That's a really strong turn by Deivid. Very vertical, very powerful. Look at this again. Just pushing that back foot all the way through the inside. And he was happy with that one, Paul.
Yeah,
that was
really
well
good backhand combo to finish from Silva.
As we see him riding those whitewashy waves, normally tend to wall up like this. Huge turn and straight into another. There's so much water. It's so beautiful. His style is so pristine, and his timing is, I think his timing is probably one of the best timings, especially on your backhand. He just waits the right moment to attack and just push that back foot, and that's got to be one of the best waves of this heat so far. That was really well served.
The power is just extreme. He's almost got, you feel like compared to some surfers, sort of double the wattage in some of these turns. Look at that, how much board there, Billy, going through the lip.
Yeah, it just compresses on the bottom turn really hard.
Here we go, Rodrigues. What's he got? Opens up with a carve. And this one might wall up for him here. Rodrigues, a nice snap. Able to stop that turn short. Wow, that was really cool. Rodrigues just skidding that tail in the fins. Loads of spray from him. It's not a big wave. It's impressive to see.
We see that the size of the wave was similar, and they both had leap turns, so they're looking good.
Live action. Here goes Spencer again. Third wave.
Wow.
Nice hit from her. And once more precision surfing. A little bit repetitive. That's more just to do with the type of section that she's got.
Wow.
And another nice click from her. So she's swinging on this wave. And then a little run down the line, 4 speed, looking for a lip to hit. Finds one. Really cool finish on the backhand for Alyssa Spencer.
How good is that board?
Yeah, board looks great.
And we'll start off with Zoe.
Yeah, she started off really strong on the outside and then a big second turn. So just a 2-turn combo.
Back on the flood now, 2 hours in. This is the good stage, the ideal stage of water on the reef here. And a beautiful looking wave for your heat leader, Silva. From Brazil, the goofy foot with speed. First float with loads of projection, puts him back out, and he'll just clip it on the white water. And it's easy for him to prod that board back into the bowl. Another hit off the lip and another one from him. And keeps that board speed up the whole time, looking down the line here for a finish. And again, just tags it nice and vert and angry and aggressive and explosive.
Wow.
Gets several more turns in. There's the athleticism as he just leans that back and extends through the lip. Very impressive indeed. Is Baker interested? I dare say he will be. Here he goes, Jackson Baker on a great looking outside wall. Nice snap from him, using the rail, getting the fins out, and again tagging that lip and releasing, and then just slicing on that crisp rail. And then again with a steep little running section here. Right in the steep critical pocket part of the wave, and then having just to go a little lighter with his touch to finish off a softer section. Meanwhile, for a finish, a vertical stab into the lip and kicks out, and a really well surfed wave. And he goes down. Big mistake there from Jacko, and can Houshmand make him pay right now? First turn, wow, second one, an absolute hanger from him. And again, even arriving late, he gets loads of it when he gets into the lip. Houshmand ain't done yet. He'll set up on a glassy, smooth face. His surfing will just stay with speed and with precision on an inside. Another massive hit again. Just tagging that one using the rail, and he'll get a vertical stabbing finish. It's absolutely redonkulous backhand surfing from Cole Houshmand. He only needed a 6.85. Chico, he's getting that for sure.
And looks like Mateus is really going to force the situation here.
Yeah, and Rod will be very interested here, and he does need a wave. 7.84, that requirement. Here he goes. His first kind of legit set, and he's waited ages for it. What's he got? Quick slash to start, then he hits the lip hard, and it stays hit for a while. Again, another one. And then, wow, that was really nicely done. A bit of variety. Just dips the tail with the release. And then again, just building up all of that speed, eyeing a section, and he hits it again really hard. So rather than the rail turns on the face and those swoops back in the pocket, it was up and down stuff into the lip. 4 turns like that for Michael Rodrigues.
Yeah, but that was cool to be able to adjust back and bring that back to this event when I need it. Like,
because you need different boards if you're on challengers and on the CT. That's for sure.
And well, there's Jacob. He's been working with Darren Hanley for a long time. And I tell you what, these 3 waves are absolutely massive without priority. 4 amazing backhand turns. James made a mistake. So we just talk about experience and that rookie sort of elements, and you know, you make mistakes. You make more mistakes when you're young, and you know, that's how you learn from them. But Jacob Willcox just seems absolutely belted it. There's only one word, there's only one Australian term you could use for that, and it was belted it. This looks like a fun wave for Spencer, a first wave of the quarterfinal. And here she goes. First turn is nice, bit of spray. Second turn again winds up, and there's a nice turn. Big spray off the back of the board there. Just waiting patiently as he stands up in the middle one. So that's another third turn. So far, patience is paying off for Spencer. And now she's got a little insider. Comes around and finished it off. So really smooth surfing. 4 turns, no downtime. Nolan Raposa liked it. And they just absolutely tore that apart, did Spencer. Was patient, waited for the set, and managed to absolutely go to town. So great surfing from the young Californian. But as we see Spencer on a wave here, driving down the line, just a bit more real estate here to deal with, just fanging down the line. Now she's got some speed. Now she's waiting for a big section. If she can hook in, there she goes. And there's a big top turn. Deals with a little bit of a bounce. And there's a third one. So yet again, just not a whole lot of manoeuvres, but the one she is getting, it counts.
This is exciting, and here we go. Action.
Silva, here he goes. Straight down to it from deeper. Check the high line with a ton of speed. It's so smooth on the face. And there's that incisive turn as he blows out the tail. And again, just hacking one. And comes out of the turn with so much speed. It's a pretty seamless transition into his next business. Again, just kicking that tail out. And surfing right on the limit between the edge and the release. And good enough to bring this all the way through for an inside section. He'll try and get a finish here. And he does that just by timing it, really, by delaying the bottom turn. And a little bonus section. And once again, right on the sand there. And he likes it. Strong opening.
Meanwhile, at the back, Herdy just shralping away on that rail this time. Not going to the air. And he's just S-turning through the bottom. We'll see what he did out the back. But there's still plenty of juice on the inside. And these guys, you just feel they've got so much good energy. They're going wave for wave. And Herdy is feeling it. He got a 7.33 for his first one. And he's backed it up. And the Brazilians like it. Absolutely. But Jackson's wave was also impressive. Well, let's talk for this wave, Nolan. You're the man. You know him better than most. What's he do here?
This is just him doing his normal surfing at home. Like, this looks like Carter free for him. Laying in his rail. He switched his board for this one as well. He was riding an epoxy. So now he's back on the poly looking smooth. Wow, he's really looking good. He's confident first wave, and he just needs to finish this one up to get himself a good first wave. Wow. Love it when your best friend gets a good wave like that.
Oh, well, that's a 9.57.
Oh, my God.
The highest wave, individual wave of the whole event. And Chico, I said before that Jake is kind of going under the radar a little bit in terms of his surfing. He's getting the job done, but that's more than getting the job done. That's a statement wave right there.
Yeah, and I think that shift between the epoxy and the PU now makes all the difference. There's more push in the swell, and his surfing is looking beautiful on that board. Great transitions and no pumping around maneuvers, and he finished it off really well. So 9.57 for this one, and well-deserved score. But this turn was just seamless transitions. The carving there really tight in the pocket, putting a lot of effort into that turn, and Well, just connecting all the dots so easily and showing fins everywhere. So, Nolan, what a great start for JK.
I don't think you could have asked for a better wave to start the heat.
Just throwing right, okay, Jacob on his backhand. Willcox, bit bigger wave. See that rangy style? And now we start throwing some spray. So he's trying to get himself back in the heat. And there's a big carve as well. So more vertical, real different approach. Gets it up a little bit bumpy, but he's dealing with it so well. And that Darren Hanley board looks sweet under his feet as well. There's another big turn. So Willcox fighting back, and there's another. And he's going to go again, you'd imagine, and try and get a finish. And he does. So Marshall now is back. He had a pretty good run. And so we're going to get this opportunity here potentially for the last sort of throwdown. And that first wave of the set is sometimes a little bit tricky. It doesn't seem to be much behind it. So Marshall said, you know, I'm going to go this. And there's a nice first turn, confident, composed. Oh, and there's a big spray there as well. And there's a third, so he's just in the groove. No nerves, and then a little bit late to that one, but he comes out clean enough. And there's another jam. Trying to improve on a 6.33, and, well, the flow state that we've been talking about is looking good. So he likes it. Not a claim this time, but you can see this sort of sense of satisfaction written all over his body language there. A little grin there from his mate Noel in the booth. He likes it.
This is the wave we're talking about, straight up into the lip for that first turn. So critical. Comes around this section. Another carving manoeuvre. Just beautiful pace to this wave. Really drawing out her bottom turns here. Carving back. She's really looking for a finish as she moves it through to the inside with another big turn. She's going to be stoked with this one. We'll have another look here from this angle. And that turn right there, I feel like the judges are going to absolutely love that. She just went straight up into the lip, just made it so critical. Sort of like, when you watch a wave like this, you get a good feeling, and you just know, like, she's on her way to a really great score.
4 turns and a huge number from the panel. It's in. She's gone excellent again. No real surprises there when you watch this sort of surf it. 8.67 for Alyssa Spencer. 8.67 for her is huge, and her numbers now again in the 16.3 in this one. She's already got a huge total, 16.3. She'll try and add to it here. Zoe had to paddle for it, but it is Alyssa's wave, and she is absolutely trucking down the line here. Loads of speed. What's she going to do with it? First turn is on the face, and then changes direction. There's that long drawn out bottom turn. There's that whip off the top from her. And again, holds that bottom turn for ages, and it's really precision as she goes up high into the wave. That's a really nice turn with loads of drift on a meaty section. So it's deceptively difficult to hit that as well, with a lot of water moving.
Philippe Jarvis, talk us through this, please.
Again, look at the conditions. The first turn, smashing really strong on the lip. A second one, a bit of a setup turn to that one, because so much spray on the water every time he hits the lip. I've been saying this about Deivid since day one, and look at this. It's just top to bottom surfing, nothing, no extra movement, nothing in between, just top to bottom. Look at the power he pushes on those turns.
Incredible.
It's so hard.
Yeah, the only probably little flaw was that second turn. But I tell you what, the other 4 was so big and so linked. And like, he's just, got CT experience. He's down there 25th on the rankings at the moment. That's going to go up north after this event. But with surfing like this, you can see why he's always been at the surfing's top table. Jumped on tour and came off a few times over his years. But his talent is undeniable. And the Brazilians are loving that. And Silva absolutely on fire. He knows he needs a couple of big numbers. And he's got so much time. He leaves that one to Silva, and he'll go the one behind. So Silva, again, drives around. First turn, again, is solid, vertical. He's got the lip to hit here and just connects it to kind of mirror image of his other way. And there's another third turn. And there's a fourth. So he's really on form. And now a few S-turns on the inside. It starts to steepen up again. And there's another big spray. So yet again, Silva, this was given to him by Poulos. We'll see what he does out the back. Oh, and another big one. He's got to finish here again. And he's going to love that, unless he's got one more in the tank, and he has.
Oh, my God.
So, over the rocks. And that is incredible surfing from Silva. I mean, you're going to compare it to the first one, and it had more turns, probably not quite as big a wave out the back, but it just kept connecting on the inside. He's on the rocks. He's in a really bad spot there, and that's not good for him. But here we go, speaking of that man with sections, nice big floater, drives around. This is a big wave. And he come off the corner here and hits it again. So the confidence of the man is clearly he's on point.
Oh, it is. It's incredible. When you are on a roll and when the Brazilian contingent on the beach is absolutely going insane. As we see here, Jake pulling the plug on that one on the priority.
Yeah, Jake Marshall, first turn. He's a nice little whip. That sharp eye is so quick, and there's another. He's got so much speed. His wave selection's been incredible and impeccable. Just got so much time to pick what turn he's going to do. So there's another top hook and another little off the coping. He's got another one and just a little flare up. So she's going again though, live action. Oh, nice big first turn. Waits around, drives through the soup with ease, puts the foot on the brakes and then goes again. Nice bit of spray. Now she's looking for a finish here. Cracks it, and this time she rides out strong. Wow. So Spencer, she learned a lesson. There's Matt Myers there. He likes it. The coach of the crew. And Cole Houshmand there, he likes it. And he's really pumped on that surfing from Spencer. Spencer's in the right position here, she thinks.
Wow.
Here she goes. It's a big, clean, open Bells Beach looking wave. She waits for a long time, and there she goes. Hooks in the pocket. Pretty vicious. Second one, drives through the bottom end. You can see the fins just shattering as she drove through that section. Does it again, so belts it off the back. And a big finish here.
Wow.
They talked about her coach just identifying that end section as a place with lots of potential for big points. And again, Spencer, just in the right spot in the lineup on the biggest wave we've seen, perhaps of the whole event. And she drove through those 4 sections with ease.
Silva with a concerted paddle, and he really had to give it arms then, and he eventually gets it. Here we go. First turn is vicious. Bottom turn, and then into the top again, just absolutely cracking it. Wow. That's why he wanted this wave this much, because he got a runner from out the back and 3 really rapid turns, just sort of jabbing that wave at such speed. And then there's that long float that he uses so well. And again, going straight up into the lip. And the technique is so dialed in for this wave. It looks a perfect match for Ribera Diaz, and he loves it. Big legs, getting some blood into them, and he uses them to such great effect on these waves. He'll use priority 2 here. Here he goes, Silva into the takeoff bolt, and then off the bottom. And a first whipping turn off the rail. Bit more sting in that one. It was a bit of a steeper face. He'll set himself up again into the lip, and then no time wasted as he goes down the line. Just over that section, a massive backhand hanger and a huge bottom turn. Another ridiculous backhand maneuver from David Silva. And he's absolutely tearing this wave apart here. That mid part of the ride, the timing was so good. And he'll get a finish on the inside. He's already got an 8-5 locked in. Absolute scenes from the Brazilian crew here.
Oh my God.
Where does this go numbers-wise?